Hi everyone, for those of you that don't know me, I'm Hannah and I go to Peel Methodist Church, and I thought I'd just give you a bit of an insight into what brought me to the Alaman, how I became Christian, and a bit about my family and my kind of life before I moved here. So what brought me to the Alaman ultimately was Peel Beach Mission, which hopefully lots of you have heard about. My mum and dad were asked by Michael Clarkson about 20 odd years ago to come on the team and support them in their ministry on the Isle of Man. They said yeah. They took me and my little sister Jessica, and we spent many summers. My mum even found out she was expecting our third child, AMG, my younger sister, while we were on the Isle of Man, which is quite a funny story. And yeah, so that brought us to the Isle of Man, and ultimately made me decide to move over here as well. So I was brought up on the Wirral, which is the posh side of the Mersey, for those of you that don't know. And I was brought up in a Christian household. We went to church every Sunday. We were involved in the youth work and the music ministry at our church. And at the age of 12, I decided to make a decision to get baptised because mum and dad had a Thanksgiving service when we were born, but they kind of wanted us to make that decision when we were old enough and when we felt that was what we wanted to do. So I made that step of faith in my first year of high school, really. And that was great to just be like, yeah, this is what I believe, and I want to publicly declare my faith in front of my church family and my friends and my family. I have not had an easy road since then. My life has not been a bed of roses. There's been lots of ups and downs in my journey, from not getting the grades I needed when it came to university, so I couldn't go straight into teaching, had to take a different avenue. Going to live in Liverpool, trying to find a new church family was really hard because my church family was my secure unit, was my home. You know, I'd been brought up with these people. They often came for Sunday lunch after church, you know, we'd go around to their houses for New Year, and that was our kind of family unit. So, but it was a great experience for me to go to different churches, see different types of worship, and to kind of take me out of my comfort zone. And it was great to kind of experience that and meet other Christians and be encouraged by that kind of experience, which was really good. I qualified as a primary school teacher in 2014. I'd wanted to be a teacher since I was like 0. Mum and dad said that every time they went to parents' evening, all my teachers would be like, well, she likes to take control of the class. She loves to do, you know, when she's in the role play area, she's got them all sitting down, doing their letters, and just teaching was what I've always dreamed about. And then I got qualified and went for loads of jobs, and just nothing came from it. I applied for over 100 jobs, and both on the Wirral, in Liverpool, in Chester, you know, going a further afield, and just nothing was happening. And I got to a point about 2.5 years in, and I was really fortunate to work quite a long time in a Catholic school as being on supply for long-term sick, and a job came up and everyone was like, you're going to get it. You know, all the staff were like, this is like, you fit so well into the school, you've got a Christian background. But because I wasn't Catholic and they felt that the Catholic teachers were dwindling, they weren't even going to offer me an interview. And that hurt because it was like my faith was stopping me from getting a job. And the reality was I had a religious background, I was a practicing Christian, and that just wasn't enough for them. And I hit a moment of low. I would say I was quite depressed because everything I went for, I got knocked back. And you end up thinking, is it me? You know, am I, like, what aren't I? Like, am I not enough? And, you know, there were many times where I was saying, God, you've, you know, got me onto this teaching degree, you've made me qualify, I've gone for these jobs, and it was knockback after knockback, and I really did take a knock on my faith. And, you know, my church family were telling me they were praying for me and to hold fast that God's got a plan. In Jeremiah it says that God's got a plan, and I really struggled to see it. And then it was about, about October 2016, a job came up on the Isle of Man, and my friend was like, Hannah, there's a job over here. So my partner lives over here. We've been together since 2012. So, we've been together 4 years, and he was saying, look, maybe you should go for it, like, just see. And so I came over, had my interview, got the job. And I was just like, this is ridiculous. So actually, God's plan all along was for me to move to the Isle of Man. And I've got a permanent job. We are engaged. We have bought a house. I'm involved in the church family with the music and the youth. And it just kind of all fell into place. And it was that reality of that God did have a plan. But his plan was not to be on the Wirral, it was to be on the Isle of Man. And that kind of all slotted into place. And moving over here has been a real blessing. I've met lots of new friends. Obviously, I've got my in-laws, who are just a great family unit. And I've now got a church family, which is great. And, I'm just reminded, by that verse it does talk about in Jeremiah 29, and it says that God's got a plan. He's got a plan to give you hope and a purpose and a future. And sometimes you have to say to God, right, it's your plan. You take me where you want to on this journey. And ultimately, he will take you to somewhere you are meant to be that is far beyond your wildest dreams. And, when you have those moments of wobbles, that's totally fine, because that's human nature. But you do have to hold on to the fact that God has got a plan for you, that he is good, he is faithful, he is loving, he is your number one supporter. He has always got your back, even when you feel like, are you here? Like, is this actually happening? He's got it, he knows it, and you've just got him, let him lead the way. And like I said before, my life is not a bed of roses. About a month ago, I was involved in a single car accident, on my way to work, slipped on some ice, driving, and car spin, hit the wall, flipped over, and I managed to walk away with no scratches. And people were saying, you should not have walked away with that. Like, really? And I was like, it was God. Like, God was protecting me, and he is a protector. And, he can't, this virus, what's going on at the moment, he can't make it perfect, but he does have a plan to make it perfect again. And he sent Jesus to give us a glimpse of that. So I would really encourage you to hold fast onto God's love, to hold on that he's got a plan. He's going to get you out of whatever trouble you get into. And to just keep trusting in him. And I know it's hard, because I've been there, but please just be reminded that God listens to your prayers and he'll answer them according to his will. Read your Bible, speak to Christian friends, be encouraged by Christian music. These all things will feed into your life and will kind of reassure you that it's going to be okay. And there will be good times and there'll be bad times, and you have to praise God in the good times and you have to praise him in the bad times, because ultimately it's all working out for your good. So yeah, I really can't wait for the time when we can all be in fellowship again, together again, to meet in church. But it's so wonderful at the moment that we can communicate socially, that we can use these platforms to stay in touch and to keep encouraged. And so yeah, keep on keeping on. God's got this, and he will be with you. Just be reminded of that every day. See you later.